Hello, Barb.
Hey, you.
How are you?
Oh, crazy.
Crazy?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Alright. What's going on? Just
okay.
life?
Oh, just life.
What? Yeah, crazy. It is a
No,
bit
we're
crazy.
training to go do a Grand Canyon rim to rim in 2 weeks, and my hips and my back could use some work today.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So are you training for it? Kind
Uh-huh.
of? Oh, jeez, that's badass though.
I guess. I probably am too old for this.
No, you're more
Yeah,
hardcore than me. You're more hardcore than me, Barb.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Yeah, I do. I'm Marlia.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm good. Barb's sore.
I'm sorry. I need back and hip work.
Barb, are you a long distance runner then?
I used to be, but now I have arthritis in my back, and so running's hard on it. So I hike.
Okay. Wow. That's a big hike though.
It is so big. I wouldn't do it except for my brother, who's 75, insists on doing it, and I'm not sure he's prepared.
My God.
So he lives in Florida. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's at least
So
not the heat, the hot part of the summer though, right?
Except for down at the bottom. Once we get down in Phantom, it's going to be 90. So we're just, I
So
think
how long does it take?
it's 21 miles to go rim to rim, but
Okay.
it should take about 9 hours, but I think we're planning on 12 or 14. We're gonna have to bring
So
our
you do it in one day. You
yeah,
don't
he
overnight
won't
or anything.
yeah, he won't do it any other way. He's so stubborn. I don't carry
That's
any of that genetics.
of course not. You're perfect. Yeah. Okay, well let's get you some hip and some back work then, Barb.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
My pleasure. We have advanced practice, but whatever that means. I think we're always advanced.
I
Like,
think we're advanced.
it's all in your mindset, really. Okay. Let's do this.
Okay.
I
I'm gonna
shall.
go off screen because I have to leave early and this wild dog is just bugging.
Okay. No worries. Do what you want, whatever you want.
Okay. But now I'm here.
Okay, she's there. Marlia's there. Crazy. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I'm going off screen too. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right, let's do it, my friends. So let's start on our backs. And let's start by just hugging our knees in. Kind of rock side to side a little bit. And then after a few rocks, take your knees out and around. So moving your knees in different directions at different times. So start to feel just more into the joints of your hips as you move your legs around a bit. And then as you are ready, bring your feet together and let your knees open. Supta Baddha Konasana. So if you have blocks or even like pillows at home that you want to put underneath your knees for support, you're more than welcome to. But if it feels okay to just let your knees kind of give in to gravity and open up, go for it. And then if this bothers your low back, try scooting your feet a little further away from your upper body. See if that helps. And if it still doesn't feel quite right on your low back, maybe instead you just take a different pose, which I would recommend the opposite. So constructive rest with feet apart, knees together. So either of those two poses, and then bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And take these first few moments to just arrive, to just become more present, to feel whatever sensations might be present in your body physically, energetically, and even any emotions that might be there for you today. Start to notice the rise and fall of your own breath. Start to even visualize, use your imagination, and visualize your breath flowing up and down the length of your entire spinal column. Maybe even up and down the length of your entire torso. So you might see all that energy moving around your spine as well, on either side. So just whatever makes sense to you in your own imagination, see your breath, visualize your breath flowing through you. Feel into the expansion and contraction of each inhalation and each exhalation. And then slowly, as you're ready, just start to cultivate Ujjayi breath. So if you want to, you can take a big, huge inhale and then open mouth sigh, kind of just dropping in a little bit more. But then eventually seal your lips and create that gentle whisper noise, that oceanic sound as you breathe, slow and steady and smooth with your breath. And then everybody come into a bridge pose prep position. So like you're getting ready for bridge pose. So however you need to adjust your body, feet are about hips width distance apart. All of your toes face directly forward, arms down by your sides. Exhale, pull your belly button down and scoop your tailbone up. So feel your tailbone lift first, then slowly peel your spine off your yoga mat, coming into your bridge pose. All right, so you can stay right here if this feels like enough for now. If you would like, you might work your shoulders underneath you a little bit more and maybe even interlace your fingers underneath your body. Press down through your heels and the inner edges of your feet. Press down through the back of your head. See if you can pick up your toes and spread your toes apart. Hug in with your inner thighs like you're squeezing an invisible yoga block. And then feel your breath move all the way down into your low belly, your low back, all the way down into the front of your hips, those hip flexor muscles. Take about 3 more rounds just holding this position. Press firmly into your heels and the inner edges of your feet. Soften your face. And then if you do have your shoulders underneath you or your fingers interlaced, release, stay in your bridge pose though. See if you can reach your arms up towards the sky. So straight up, take one more inhale, lift your hips a tiny bit higher. As you exhale, slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. Once you are in a neutral spine, tee out your arms. Bring your feet out to the width of your yoga mat and take your knees from side to side, windshield wiper your knees back and forth slowly. And if you want, you can scoot your feet a little further away from your upper body if that feels better. Maybe just explore, what does it feel like to scoot my feet further away? What does it feel like to scoot my feet closer? Big deep breaths. And in your next couple rounds, so maybe finish the round you're on or take one more. Full body stretches where we're headed. So when you're ready, just take your arms and your legs long. Great big inhale. And if you notice that your back ribs are lifting, see if you can press your back ribs down a little bit. Take one more big inhalation. Reach, reach, reach. Press down through your back ribs. Exhale, hug your knees in. Take a little rock from side to side. Maybe even give your knees a big squeeze. You can lift your head if you want to. So like you're giving yourself a big hug. And we'll come into a seated position. So you can rock and roll your way up into a seat or just however you want to get there. Find a comfortable seat. And if that means you're sitting up on top of a block or a bolster, please feel free. So just let your arms rest down by your sides and feel into the length in the back of your neck, sides of your neck. Exhale. Inhale, take your arms up. And as you exhale, bring your right hand to the ground beside you. Walk your fingertips out. Maybe even bend your elbows so your forearm gets closer to the earth. And then lengthen through your left side body. Keep your sit bones grounded. If there's any way you want to explore this, you're welcome to. So you might curl in a little bit, kind of round down, or you might open up a little bit. You might even explore circling your top arm around, feeling into your shoulder mobility. Next time you inhale, let's come back up through center, reach both arms up, realign, and then exhale other side. Walk your hand out, maybe bring your forearm a little closer to the ground so your elbow bends, and then any way you want to explore, open it up, close. Just stay nice and neutral, breathe into your side. Breathe into your side ribs, the space between your ribs. Soft through your face and your jaw. Good job, friends. Next time you inhale, let's take it back up. Arms reach. And exhale, transition forward, hands and knees. The tabletop position. And simple flow, we've been doing this a lot, so you probably are just familiar with it by now. Spread your fingers nice and wide and inhale into a cow pose. Exhale, round, cat pose. And inhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog, lengthen. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, down dog. And exhale, child's pose it up. Inhale, cow. This time we're going to stay in our down dog. Exhale, cat round. And inhale, downward facing dog. Hang out here and walk it out. Feel whatever there is to feel. Lengthen the strength from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. Ujjayi breath. Take one more great big inhalation. And as you exhale, look to the top of your mat, however you want to get there. Forward fold. Once you have arrived, lift halfway and lengthen. Exhale and bow. Take it all the way up. Rise up. Arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's flow for a moment. High mountain, breathe in. Exhale, dive down slowly. Stick your butt out and fold in. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Take an inhale at the top of your push-up. Push the ground away and exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, back bend of choice. Lift your heart, tone your belly to protect low back, so navel to spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a great big inhale into your down dog. And gaze forward, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. And then take it all the way up, arms to the sky, inhale. Hands to heart as you exhale. Let's take that one more time through, just kind of warming up our body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, slowly all the way down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. This time, see if you can keep that exhale going or hold empty as you lower. Inhale, peel your heart open, shoulders back and down. Elbow tips point back. Down dog. All right, great big inhale. Spread your fingers, push into the ground, lift your hips. Exhale, look forward, step or hop. Halfway lift position, breathe in. And fold as you breathe out. Rise all the way to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, arms reach up, inhale. Chair pose, exhale, sit back, sit low. So weight is in your heels, tone your belly, draw your belly button back towards your spine. So even if you are sticking your ribs out, that's fine, but draw your belly button towards your spine and feel that engagement of your core. Take one more big deep breath and see if you can get a little bit lower. As you inhale, stand tall and maybe even lift to your tiptoes. Maybe stay on your tiptoes, balance challenge, stick your butt out, take it all the way down, dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, heels are on the ground now, stick your butt out. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. We're gonna hold in our plank, side plank, Vashisthasana, right hand is your foundation. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot, lift your hips high. Maybe reach your left arm forward, bicep next to your ear, and maybe float your left leg up. If you float your left leg up, see if you can get your hips even higher. Any way you want to be in this pose or explore this pose for a couple more breaths. And let's take it to a plank position. Inhale at the top of your push-up, slowly lower as you exhale. Okay, stay on your belly, and we're just gonna take a Sphinx pose. So come to your forearms, lift your heart up. Your elbows are under your shoulders to begin with. Walk your hands forward so your elbows are a little forward of your shoulders. Now press down with your forearms and your hands and pull back like you're trying to drag your body forward. And then draw your belly button in and up away from the ground. Reach your tailbone towards your heels and press down through your toenails. Try to spread your toes. Keep pressing down through your hands and pulling back with your forearms. Bone your belly, navel to spine. Lift your belly button back and up. Feel the length and the support that offers your low back. One more inhale here. As you exhale, let your elbows come out to both sides and lower down. Take it up to hands and knees, tabletop. All right. Tabletop position, spread your fingers. And then push into the ground actively so you feel your muscles engage. Gaze down, feel the back of your neck really long. And then take your right arm forward and your left leg back. Keep your gaze down. Connect to your center, feel your inner thighs facing one another and your belly button pulling in and up. Take one more big inhale here. As you exhale, elbow to knee underneath you, curl in, hollow out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, move slowly and intentionally. Inhale, lengthen. Last one, exhale, elbow to knee, around your spine. Inhale, lengthen. Now going towards our half bow, reach your right arm back, bend your left knee, lift your heart, not your head, but your heart. So push down through your left fingertips, lift your heart up, see if you can grab your ankle or your foot. And then once you've got it, hug in with your inner thighs, kick and pull. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Try to keep your heart forward rather than opening out to the right. So big deep breaths, hug in with your inner thighs, take one last round. And then slowly release, take a spinal balance. So forward and back, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Okie dokie, come down to your forearms, set up for a dolphin. So if it helps, you can grab opposite elbows. That's how far apart you want your arms, or opposite triceps. Forearms parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide, or modification would be a tripod with your hands. Relax your neck, so let your head hang really heavy. Curl your toes under, lift your knees and lift your hips. Hug in with your upper arms, press down through your forearms. Lift your hips as high as you can, even if you're bending your knees a lot. I want you to feel your core and let your core do as much of the work as possible. Stay where you're at, or if you want to play, lift one leg, take some hops, feel free. If you are holding dolphin, press your heart back. Hug in with your upper arms, press down through your forearms, soften your face. Take two more big breaths. You can exhale out your mouth if you want. Good job, you guys. Come down to your knees. And then invitation, so you can take child's pose if you want to, but invitation to come into a screaming toe pose. So knees about hips width distance apart, curl your toes under and sit back onto your heels. Super good for your plantar fascia, the soft tissue, the soles of your feet. If it's a lot, you can bring your hand to a block in front of you and put some weight on that block, put some weight on your hands. You can also just bring your hands to the ground in front of you to put some weight on the ground in your hands. So lift your hips a little bit. If you're able to sit back, awesome. Keep hugging your inner heels in. And then maybe it would even feel good to kind of roll your head side to side. Maybe you want to roll your wrists out. If you're choosing a child's pose instead, awesome. Just breathe there, rest there, ground there. Okay, my friends. Last big breath if you're with me in screaming toe. And then come forward to hands and knees. Untuck your toes. Give them a little pitter patter. Tap it out on the ground. And then take it back to down dog when you're ready and feel that new awareness and aliveness in your feet and your toes. Ujjayi breath, fire it up if you've lost it. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Stay here and hold, or exhale, right knee, left elbow, get as close as you can. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right armpit, get as high as you can. Inhale, three-legged dog. Now everyone, knee to your nose, round your spine, scoop out your belly, step forward, low lunge. Okie doke. Crescent lunge, all of your toes face forward, rise. Strong legs, hips square. Settle in and breathe. If you want to modify, back knee can come down, absolutely. Energetically hug towards midline. So front hip pulls back, back hip pulls forward. Spine is long, heart is lifted. Maybe your gaze is even up. Slow, steady breaths. One more inhale here. Strong through your legs. Exhale, hands come down. Root into your right foot. Float your left leg up, standing splits. So one-legged forward fold. Let your neck relax. See if you can find your core and use it to lift you out of your right leg. So it may or may not help if you come up to your right tiptoe. So you might bend your knee a lot, your right knee. Lift your tiptoes. See if you can feel your core lifting. Lift, lift, lift. Keep using your core to lift you. One more big inhale. And then listen, exhale, Shiva squat. Left knee into the back of your right knee. Curl in, so both knees bend, get small. Inhale, re-extend your left leg high, lengthen. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, re-extend. Now, exhale, Shiva squat. Pause. Bring your right hand up and grab hold of your left foot. So right hand to your left foot. Root into your standing leg and see if you can slowly start to rise. Twisted dancer pose. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Just like we did a moment ago on our hands and knees, but now we are balanced on one leg. Breathe. Square off your hips as best you can. Shoulders forward. Last round. We're going to meet in a forward fold. So however you need to get there, just do it carefully, mindfully. And give your right leg a little shaky shake. Woo! Advanced. It's so advanced. It's so hard, you guys. Okay. Let's just roll up. Really, really slow roll. So bend in your knees and then roll up one vertebra at a time. Once your head stacks. So head is the very last thing to lift. Once your head stacks, roll your shoulders out. Up, back and down. Maybe you even kind of want to bounce your body a little bit or just kind of shake it out a little bit. Feel free. Okay, and then just stand. Mountain pose, arms out to your sides, palms open. Feet on the ground. Toes forward. Close your eyes. Feel yourself standing here from the inside. Feel your breath flowing through you. Prana, life force energy. Stay as you are and fill up as big as you possibly can. Hold. Take an extra sip. And then out your mouth, release. Ujjayi, reach your arms up, inhale. We're gonna flow through a vinyasa. Exhale, dive down. So just kind of resetting. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice. And then downward facing dog, walk it out, lengthen. Pedal out your heels for just another moment. Last big inhale. Exhale, top of your space, forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. And let it go, breathe out. Take it all the way up, arms reach long. And exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, inhale, reach. Chair pose, sit back, sit low. This time, you can stay in chair like we did before. Perfect, stay right here. Invitation if you want to take awkward chair. I don't recommend this if you have knee issues. So option to lift up to tiptoes and then squeeze your inner thighs together. Bring your arms parallel to the ground. Keep squeezing inner thighs, inner knees, and lower down. Hips towards your heels as low as you can go. Keep squeezing. And then everybody, next time you inhale again, high mountain. So all the way up, maybe stay on your tiptoes. Maybe stay on your tiptoes, stick your butt out and dive down into your fold. Heels on the ground, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank. Pause, side plank. Left hand is your base this time. Roll onto the baby toe edge of the left foot, right arm up. Of course, modify if you want, you do you. If you are in this full variation of side plank, maybe right arm forward. Maybe your right leg floats up. So feel into your pose. Find your strength in your left side. Last couple of breaths. Come back into a plank position. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower slowly, slowly, slowly. Let's take a Spider-Man Cobra this time. So really wide with your hands up on your fingertips. Lift your heart, breathe in. Exhale, a little twist to your right. Dip your left shoulder down a bit. Lift, come back through center, breathe in. Other side, right shoulder dips. Oh, I'm tired, you guys. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, release. All right, just for a moment, let's sit back into a child's pose. Breathe down into low back. Tabletop position. So spread your fingers really wide. Push down actively through your fingertips. Take your left arm forward and your right leg back, spinal balance. So try not to look forward. Keep your gaze down, back of your neck long. Keep your hips square, inner thighs face each other. Keep pushing into the ground with your right fingertips. One more inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee slowly. Inhale, re-extend, lengthen, spinal balance. Again, like that, elbow to knee. All the way to emptiness. Inhale, reach. Last one, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. And then bend your right knee, reach your left hand back, lift your heart. If it is available, grab your ankle or the top of your foot. Hug in with your inner thighs. So try not to let your right knee shoot out to the right. Hug in with inner thighs, lift your heart up. Breathe down into your belly. Soften your face, unclench your jaw. Last round. Come back to spinal balance. So inhale, forward and back. Exhale, let it go, lower down, tabletop. Dolphin pose. Come down to your forearms. All right. So take a moment, relax your neck. Hug in with your upper arms. It's like there's a strap around your upper arms being cinched together the whole time. And then when you're ready, lift your hips up, dolphin. 5 breaths in dolphin. Anywhere you want to go. So you're more than welcome to lift one leg, then the other leg, or even take little hops. I'm just going to hold my dolphin today. If you're with me holding, try to press your heart back. Back, back, back. Lift your hips up, up, up. Feel an invisible rope pulling up on your belly button, lifting you up. Exhale out your mouth anytime. Last couple of rounds. And let it go. You can child's pose it out, or once again, invitation for screaming toe. Curl your toes under. Your knees are hips width distance apart, sit back. And anything that might feel nice through your upper body, through your neck, your shoulders, your wrists. Draw friends. Last couple of rounds. If you're in screaming toe with me, hug your inner heels in. Don't let them drift apart. Let's come forward, tabletop, untuck your toes, a little tap, 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 pitter patter against the ground. And then as you're ready, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, left leg high. Stay here and hold, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, back up, lengthen. Left knee, left armpit. Aim high, push into the ground as you come forward. Inhale, back up. Now everybody knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, step through softly. And then crescent lunge when you're ready, rise. So hips square, pull left hip back, right hip forward energetically. Feel your strong foundation in your legs. Lengthen your side bodies, lift your heart. Maybe spread your fingers, or maybe today you feel like softening. Maybe you even bring your hands to your heart today. Deep breaths. One more big inhale. Exhale, hands down. Standing splits, left foot roots, right leg lifts. Relax your neck. If you want, see if you can lift up to your left tiptoes and feel your core. So you're not lifting from your leg. You're lifting from your core. Lift, lift, lift. Lift, lift, lift. Find your center, strong center. I was going to call your strong center your center. Reach your right leg even higher. Maybe take one more in breath. Exhale, Shiva squat. Right knee tucks into the back of your left knee. Both knees bend. Inhale, re-extend. Reach, lengthen. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, re-extend. Last time. Shiva squat. Exhale. Lift your left hand and grab your right foot with your left hand. Once you've got that, root into your standing leg and see if you can find your way up. If you're like me and you've got a chair in front of you, you can use it to help you. You can use a wall to help you. Once you're standing, work your twisted dancer pose. Hug in with your inner thighs. Maybe your right arm is reaching forward, your heart lifted. Just like we did a moment ago on our hands and our knees. Now we're just balanced on one leg. If you have a wall in front of you, awesome to put your right hand on that wall. One more deep breath. Ah, forward fold, bring it back. This practice is so advanced, you guys, it's killing me. You can give your left leg a little shake out. And then when you're ready, let's just roll it up again, one vertebra at a time. So super, super, super slow roll up. And then once your head stacks, either roll your shoulders around or kind of shake it out, whatever would feel good. And when you're ready, say in your next couple breaths, find stillness, find mountain pose. Stand tall, stand well. Root through your feet, broaden through your shoulders. Draw up through the crown of your head. Breathe slow and steady. All that space inside of you, feel it, all that energy. Prana flowing through, life force flowing through. Next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. Hold. Take an extra sip. And then out your mouth. Ah. Ujjayi, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, dive down. Ah. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa your way. And then take it back to a child's pose. Child's pose and just rest. All right, rise up to hands and knees. And then we're moving towards camel. So invitation to double up your mat if you want extra cushion for your knees. So you can fold it over like I'm doing. You could even do that twice. And then bring your knees onto that extra cushion. If you have a block at home, you're welcome to use your block in between your inner thighs on the smallest setting, as close to your pelvis as you can get it. So knees are about hips width distance apart, and then curl your toes under behind you. Hug in with your inner heels. Bring your hands to the backs of your hips like you're about to put them into your back pockets, or if you prefer to make fists or wrap your fingers around your waist, thumbs face in, all of those are perfectly fine. Start to roll your shoulders back and down and try to point your elbow tips straight back. Press your hands into your hips, but press your hips back into your hands. So you're not just pressing your hips as far forward as you can, you're actively pressing your hips back into your hands. Lift your heart up, puff up your chest, and rather than letting your head just collapse back, think of extending back, strength in the sides of your neck. If you want, you can bring one hand, maybe both hands back to grab your heels. Once you've got your heels, think of puffing up your chest, hugging with your inner thighs and press your hips forward. Breathe, soften your face. 3 more rounds wherever you are at. Not leaning into your low back, but curling open from your mid and your upper back. We're gonna come out the same way we came in, so bring your hands to low back. See if you can lead with your heart. Head comes up very last. Once your head is stacked, scoot your knees back, unfold your mat. Puppy pose. So keep your hips over your knees, forehead to the ground. So for a moment, neutral spine. And then after a couple breaths in puppy, child, spinal flexion. Now your spine rounds. Good job, you guys. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Open up your right hip and bend your right knee. Take a great big inhalation, maybe lift a little higher. As you exhale, pigeon pose. Bring your right shin to the top of your mat and gently set your body down. Please feel free to take this in a seat or on your back or any other variation you're feeling today. We'll be here for about 5 to 10 breaths. Take about 3 more rounds, friends. Anytime you want, open mouth sigh. We're gonna find our way back to downward facing dog. So you make that transition yours, however you want to get there. You could, if you're feeling it, take it back to a three-legged dog, open your hip, and then even flip your dog as a counter pose. But if that doesn't feel like something that would be good for you, beneficial for you, then do your thing, do whatever you would like to. Eventually, just down dog, walk it out. If you want to move through your vinyasa real quick vinyasa to kind of reset, go for it. Okie dokie. Left leg to the sky. Inhale. Open up your hip for a moment. So squeeze your outer left glute, lift your left knee nice and high, flex your toes. Take one more in breath. And then on an exhalation, pigeon. Left shin forward, body comes down nice and easy. Pull your left butt cheek back and up as you take your heart forward and down. If there's any other variation you're taking today, please feel free and you do you. Always, always, always. So you're the only person that knows what your body is feeling inside. Even when you go to the doctor can tell you a lot, but really, you are the only one that lives in your body every single day. So start tuning in, start really connecting, getting curious about what you're feeling inside. Take about 3 or 4 more big deep breaths. And I've been saying this every so often, so you might have heard me say it before, but I find it so interesting that a lot of us in our practice, we always want to do the same exact thing on both sides for the same amount of time. If we don't, we're like, oh no, I'm uneven now. But really, we're all uneven already. So actually, our sides need something different most of the time. So our mind thinks everything has to be even, but our body, there's different stuff going on both sides of our body. So start really honoring that, or at least just getting curious about that. In your own time, friends, come back to down dog one final time, however you want to get there. And if it would serve you to flip your dog, find one more back bend, go for it. If it would serve you to take one more vinyasa, go for it. Eventually just walk it out in down dog, or if you would rather, a child's pose. And then wherever you end up, just give yourself a moment to soak it all in. Feel whatever there is to feel. However you want to get there. Let's find our way now onto our back. So all the way down. You can face whichever direction you want. Once you arrive, just hug your knees in and gently rock side to side. Let your knees eventually just fall over to the right side. Left arm extends out to the left. If there's any other variation of a super big deep breaths, body to the ground. End of your next exhale, come back to neutral spine. Take a moment before going to the other side to feel a little bit, to neutralize. So maybe rock side to side, maybe windshield wiper, maybe even a happy baby. Then eventually you take your knees over to the left side, right arm extends out to the right. And breathe. As you're ready, as you feel pretty even on both sides, come back to center. Take a moment to neutralize again, whatever would feel good to you. Invitation for one last inversion of your practice. So if you want to use a wall that you have at home or even a chair or a couch, put your legs up on top of it. That could be a nice restorative inversion. You could also do that without a chair or a couch or a wall, just legs up the invisible wall. I like to put my hands palms face down underneath my sacrum, kind of make a little diamond shape. You can also take plow if you're feeling it. You can take a headstand, a handstand against the wall at your house. So you do you, whatever you want. Give yourself about 5 to 10 rounds of breath in your inversion or inversions. So if you want to take a few different variations, feel free. When you feel complete with your inversion, so take your time, but eventually just start to ease your way out and choose any counter pose or poses of choice. I'm happy babying. I also might take some windshield wipers. Anything else that would feel good to you, maybe a full body stretch, maybe one last squeeze of your knees in. And then as you are ready, start moving towards Shavasana. So if you want to make yourself really comfortable today, maybe you want to put a blanket on top of your body or a pillow underneath your head or something to cover your eyes. Take your time, make yourself comfy. This is just a thought as you get ready for your final relaxation. It says Western cultures believe that we must be alive for a purpose, to work, to make money, to produce. Indigenous cultures believe that we are alive just as nature is alive, to be here, to be beautiful and strange. We do not need to achieve anything to be valid in our humanness. Western cultures believe that we must be alive for a purpose, to work, to make money, to produce. Indigenous cultures believe that we are alive just as nature is alive, to be here, to be beautiful and strange. We do not need to achieve anything to be valid in our humanness. We'll melt into that, not needing to achieve anything ever again. Great if you do, but if you didn't, that would be just fine. You could totally relax into that. Nothing to prove, nothing you need to do to be worthy, to be enough, or to be valid as a human being on this earth. You belong here. So give yourself these last few moments to just melt into that and let it all flow through. Feel all the aliveness, all the energy inside of you. Shavasana. Stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer. I'm just going to turn on a little bit of music to perhaps help you drop in a little bit deeper.
Do you want to know what enlightenment is? It's with you every moment. It's a back and forth, back and forth. Letting go of your attachment to yourself, to outcomes. Letting go to the way things are. If I could let go of everything, or I could let go of right or wrong, it would get deeper and deeper. And it was amazing. I could sense the lifetime of judgment.
Take a deep breath in. And let it go. And just start to wiggle through fingers and toes. As you're ready, you can find your way onto either side, fetal position. Really allow your practice, all the energy from it, kind of settle inside of you, absorb and soak in. Visualize it if you want in some way, use your imagination. Use your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation. And just bring your hands to your heart, close your eyes, and bow your head to your heart. Just thank yourself, acknowledge yourself for showing up on your mat today and doing your practice, connecting with yourself in a more intentional way. Thank you for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, Marlia, thanks for sticking with me. You're
Thank
the
you so
best.
much, Katie.
You're so welcome. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. See
Hey,
you
you
next
too. Bye-bye.